track. Get in position and wait for my go.
Hello everyone, I'm Chris Erkley and welcome to your Tuesday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. A 33-year-old murder cold case from Hemet goes to trial. I'm joined now by Press Enterprise's John Asbury. John, we understand it's 50-year-old Shelby Glenn Shamblin, now of Homeland. This was a case that occurred back in January of 1980.
Right, and I remember in 2011 when this arrest was made, came on a DNA hit linked to Shamblin, who did odd jobs around the Crossman's house.
Now, we understand it was Elizabeth Crossman, who at the time was 67, who prosecutors say he raped and strangled.
That's right. Her husband came home in the middle of the day and found her lying naked and bound on their bedroom, strangled to death. At the time, police didn't have any suspects to go on, and obviously in 1980, we had no DNA technology. But Shamblin was arrested for various crimes throughout the years, and eventually his DNA was entered into the system. Back then in 2011, his DNA came back as a hit on this old sample from the crime scene in 1980, and they made the arrest.
Yeah, this DNA was very crucial. We understand that he was actually caught attempting to steal a coin collection from that family earlier before the murder, and was actually part of a lineup at the time of the murder, but was never identified by any witnesses.
That's right. They had looked at him initially because he had obviously done odd jobs around the house, also looked at a construction site nearby. But at the time he was questioned, they didn't have anything to hold him on, and he was released as a suspect until his arrest in 2011.
And it said that he actually admitted to this after being taken into custody in 2011, admitted to the murder.
That came across in police interviews and court documents, but obviously we're going through trial right now, and his defense is arguing that this isn't a first-degree murder, that this is something that happened. It wasn't anything that he planned maliciously in advance.
And how long can we take for this trial?
This trial should wrap up in the next week or two. Jury will hear evidence from the prosecution this week and probably the defense in the next week, and should see the jury come back with a verdict hopefully in the next week or two.
All right, John, thanks for that update. That does it for your Tuesday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. Be sure to stay tuned right here on PE.com for the latest on this story.